guys, and welcome back. So I've went ahead and lit up this cavern and we're gonna do some testing. So as you can see, we are in 1.19 and we've got some skulk around here. Now the process of this video isn't actually on the skulk. We're gonna talk about the skulk, but it's not actually going to be just on the skulk itself. So we are back on survival. So what are the summoning requirements for the Warden? So it's known you have to be on skulk. Skulk has to be somewhere and you have to be in the deep dark. Beyond that, what are the actual requirements? So go ahead and grab our pickaxe here. So even taking that up, we're not losing anything. And if I step over here, the skulk sensor here is lighting up, but it's not actually doing anything. So the skulk sensor here keeps powering, but it can't actually summon it. The plain skulk box here also can't summon it. The skulk catalyst here is also not being able to summon it. So obviously this will make noise, but it's fine to come around and plan it. So if you come across a cavern with this, it's fine. You can still mine the blocks in here up. Go ahead and get yourself a couple of skulk blocks. Oh, I don't have silk touch. But anything, I think I have everything beyond silk touch. Netherite pickaxe cannot support that enchantment. Okay. I may have to make up a new one. But going on. So that one can't. Let's see. We've got another spot over here. Is it going to be the same? We have a sensor there. We have another sensor there. Forgot I was in survival for a minute. So nothing here that is going to really give us that. But so let's see, what other deep dark sections can we find? Can we find one with what we are looking for? So I think our best bet is actually going to be okay, so it's a different location than earlier. It's fine. So somewhere over here, we're in the deep dark. Now it may take a little bit to see. There we go. Jump onto creative for a minute. And that. Heading on back into survival mode, and so we've got the skulk once again here. If I mine it up now with the silk touch, I can actually collect it. Of course, collecting it will still light up these sensors. To go ahead and give us the effect of night vision. For 3 minutes. So you can see we took the skulker here, got the skulk sensor there, the skulk sensor there, skulk sensor there. Got a catalyst there and another skulk sensor there. But none of these have the ability to summon the Warden. So I can fully mine blocks. If I found diamond in here, I would be just fine. So if I wanted to mine these blocks and then take them on up to the surface and make a skulk trap, or experience farm with the skulk, that would be fine. I wouldn't run into any problems. So what we actually need to summon, and I didn't realize this at first, hence my freaking out when I did my video on mining, is that just because you run into some of this skulk doesn't mean that you sent me straight into the biome, into the center instead of to the edge like usual. So if we head on over here, as if we naturally found it, let's head on over here. Ah yes, this will be a good point. Is what we're about to do should actually summon the Warden. So let's go ahead and jump on down. Okay, so we have an actual, we have the Skulk Shrieker here, which that is what it is that actually summons. So if I step on this, and you still move the Skulk sensor, I do believe, for it to hear you. Here, the Warden approaches effect. And see that? It's this block right here, the Shrieker, that actually summons the Warden. We're actually going to switch on over. We're not going to fight the Warden. I'm going to first fight the Warden in our survival world, so you're going to have to check us out over there once we get to that point. I'm not fighting it beforehand on screen until then. But it is this block right here that summons the Warden. So if you don't see one of these blocks, you don't have to worry so much. I can explore all over the rest of these. And as long as those blocks are not activating, you are fine. See, and if you take that out, and so that block isn't receiving anything, oh, you need this one too. Take out those two. And the line is broken. See, I can jump. Getting eerie noises, but because they didn't spawn with any skulk sensors around them, that sensor cannot relay the noise to that. Now, unless I broke a block directly next to it, then not. Otherwise, that is that. Now, if I jump right next to it, or in this case, right onto it, then yeah. See, this place actually wouldn't be too bad of a place to fight the Warden, and where it spawned is over here in a 3-block high spot. But most of it in here is too high, and so the Warden can't come after me. Now, if it did its ranged attack, which can pass through blocks, I might be in a little bit more. Take it on out. Now the one thing you have to be aware of, and why you're probably going to want to get rid of those shriekers, can't do much longer, is that, so if I step back over here and I jump on this shrieker again, it is imperative when you are dealing with the shriekers that you take care of them pretty quick. Whether it is outright taking them out, using wool to block them, or something of that nature. If you don't, it will summon a second Warden. That deafening type of blocks will come in handy. Now we are going to try turning on our hitboxes real quick, if I can remember the combination. Give me one moment. There we go. Almost. And our Warden has wandered over there in the meantime. But that is Control and B. F3 and B. And your goal is going to be that red line. That's going to help you take out that Warden the quickest. And of course, the Warden will take out any mobs that come into its vicinity. That can be hostile, that can be non-hostile. Any mobs that come inside its vicinity. So if you summon a Wither and have a Warden right there as well, they're going to attack each other, as long as the Wither doesn't walk on you first. I mean, they'll both walk on you, attack you as well, but they can take out each other. But also, and if we get this set up right, I've got too many connecting blocks. Let's go over here. If we go ahead and we summon and Iron Golem, and ideally it does take several of these to take it out, just because of how massively strong this boss mob is. You're standing on it. Back off. See, 1 or 2 hits, and our golem is gone. So it works, but you will have, like I said, to summon quite a few of them. That's 2. Remember, we already took about half of this warden's health out ourselves, or at least a good 1/4 of it. So that's 3, and the warden is done. So it's going to at least take, I would say, about 4 island golems at least. And I mean, you are still in the lower levels, and as long as you're in the spots where the skulk is, you're in the deep dark. If you start wandering into where these regular blocks are, you're not in it as much. And so other mobs can spawn into those blocks. So if you're in a big massive ravine in the top parts, or in one of those sloping caves where the top part isn't, and you've got a bunch of mobs up there, if you don't take care of those before you accidentally wander down into the lower parts, you can have other mobs that wander into your warden fight. The warden will attack them, but it'll also attack you. With that being said, that is our battle, or that is how to summon the warden, and all of the different intricacies when dealing with skulk. I will see you at another time. Thank you for watching, and have a great and wonderful Minecraft day. This is Amethyst64, signing off.